Diana Ross's life and career have long been accompanied by both admiration and controversy, a duality that has shaped her public image as much as her extraordinary talent. Over the decades, she has faced legal troubles, professional feuds, and headline-making public incidents that fueled her reputation as one of entertainment's most demanding and enigmatic figures. One of the most widely reported controversies came in 2002, when Ross was arrested in Tucson, Arizona, for driving under the influence. Her blood alcohol level was recorded at more than twice the legal limit, and she later pleaded no contest. The incident resulted in a short jail sentence in Connecticut and added a serious note to her otherwise glamorous public persona. A few years earlier, in 1999, she was involved in another incident at London's Heathrow Airport, where she was detained after a confrontation with a security guard during a body search. Ross later explained that she felt violated by the procedure, and her reaction, reportedly touching the guard in protest, sparked debate about celebrity conduct and personal boundaries. Professionally, some of the most enduring tensions in Ross's career trace back to her time with the Supremes. As Motown Records elevated her to lead singer and eventually rebranded the group as Diana Ross and the Supremes, friction grew among the original members. Mary Wilson and Florence Ballard, who had helped form the group, reportedly felt sidelined. Wilson later detailed these conflicts in her memoir, portraying Ross as fiercely ambitious and determined to remain in the spotlight. That image resurfaced decades later during the failed 2000 Return to Love reunion tour. Plans for a full reunion collapsed when Wilson and Cindy Birdsong declined to participate, citing a significant pay gap compared to Ross's reported multi-million-dollar deal. The tour went ahead with different members, but struggled commercially and was ultimately cut short. Even earlier, a moment during the televised Motown 25 special in 1983 became part of Ross's controversial legacy. During a performance, she allegedly pushed Mary Wilson and grabbed a microphone to maintain center stage, a moment that was largely edited out but widely discussed afterward. That same year, Ross faced another public setback when a free concert she organized in New York's Central Park was disrupted by a sudden storm. Although she returned the next day to perform again, the event initially failed to raise funds as promised for a children's playground. In response, Ross personally donated a substantial sum to fulfill the commitment, partially restoring her public image. Ross also drew attention for unexpected onstage behavior. At the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards, she shocked audiences when she reached out and touched rapper Lil' Kim's exposed breast during a live appearance. While Ross later described the act as playful and maternal, critics saw it as inappropriate, further fueling her unpredictable reputation. These controversies, while significant, form only one part of a much larger and more influential story. Diana Ross was born Diana Ernestine Earl Ross on March 26, 1944, in Detroit, Michigan. Interestingly, her birth name was originally recorded as Diane, but a clerical error on her birth certificate resulted in the name Diana, which she would carry into global fame. She was the second of 6 children born to Ernestine Moten, a schoolteacher, and Fred Ross Sr., a former soldier and factory foreman. Ross grew up in the Brewster Douglas housing projects, a working-class neighborhood that shaped her early life. Despite modest beginnings, she was surrounded by a strong sense of family and discipline. Her mother emphasized education and self-presentation, values that would later define Ross's polished stage persona. From a young age, she showed an interest in music, singing in the gospel choir at Olivet Baptist Church. She attended Cass Technical High School, one of Detroit's most prestigious institutions, where she studied fashion design, including millinery and pattern making. Initially, Ross envisioned a career in fashion rather than music. She balanced her studies with part-time work, becoming the first Black employee at the Hudson's department store cafeteria, an experience that exposed her to both opportunity and the realities of racial barriers. Her path changed at the age of 15, when she joined neighborhood friends Mary Wilson, Florence Ballard, and Betty McGlone to form a singing group called the Primettes. The group eventually caught the attention of Motown Records founder Berry Gordy, marking the beginning of a transformative journey. Renamed the Supremes, they would go on to become Motown's most successful act, achieving 12 number 1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. As the group's lead singer, Ross became the face of the Supremes, delivering iconic songs such as Baby Love and Stop in the Name of Love. Her distinct voice and elegant presence helped define the sound and image of 1960s pop and soul music. However, her rising prominence within the group also planted the seeds of internal conflict, as her role increasingly overshadowed her bandmates. In 1970, Ross embarked on a solo career that would further cement her legacy. Her debut single, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, became an instant success, reaching number 1 and showcasing her ability to thrive independently. Over the years, she released a string of hits including Upside Down, Love Hangover, I'm Coming Out, and Endless Love, a duet with Lionel Richie that became one of the best-selling singles of all time. Beyond music, Ross proved her versatility as an actress. Her portrayal of Billie Holiday in the 1972 film Lady Sings the Blues earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, a rare achievement for a singer transitioning into film. She continued acting in movies such as Mahogany and The Wiz, further expanding her artistic reach. On stage, her one-woman Broadway show An Evening with Diana Ross earned her a special Tony Award, highlighting her commanding presence as a live performer. Throughout her career, Ross accumulated numerous accolades, including induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Supremes, multiple Grammy Lifetime Achievement Awards, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Her personal life has been equally eventful. Ross has been married twice, first to music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein, with whom she had 2 daughters, including actress Tracy Ellis Ross. Her second marriage to Norwegian businessman Arne Næss Jr. brought 2 sons, and she often described him as the love of her life. Tragically, he died in a mountain climbing accident in 2004. Ross also had a long-term relationship with Berry Gordy, with whom she shares her eldest daughter, Rhonda. A mother of 5, Ross has watched her children carve out their own successful paths in entertainment and business, extending her influence into a new generation. Financially, she has built a substantial empire, with an estimated net worth of around $250 million, derived from music royalties, touring, acting, and business ventures. Her real estate holdings, including estates in Connecticut, Los Angeles, and other prime locations, reflect both her wealth and her enduring status as a cultural icon. Despite the controversies that have punctuated her journey, Diana Ross remains one of the most influential figures in music history. Her story is one of resilience, ambition, and transformation. From a young girl in Detroit's housing projects to an international superstar whose voice and presence have left an indelible mark on popular culture.